Hey, my name's Nat. Let's see what's making news. Today is World Environment Day. Justina caught up with some kids in Adelaide to find out what it's all about.
I'm here at the Adelaide Botanical Gardens to celebrate World Environment Day. Let's check it out. Wait, where is everyone? Oh, there they are. Oh, and me too. Nearly 1,500 students from SA are here today to learn all about global and local environmental issues.
So World Environment Day, it's a really long-standing day from the United Nations, been going for about 50 years.
And I heard this year the theme is plastic.
That's because we make a lot of it. In fact, more than 400 million tonnes of plastic is produced every year worldwide, and half of it is designed to be used only once, with only 10% of it being recycled.
Plastics are bad for the environment because they can float into the ocean. If it gets into our waterways, then animals can eat it and then they die.
It takes a lot of years to dissolve.
If it does break down, there are still microplastics.
So what are some things we can do to help beat plastic pollution? Well, for starters, we can reduce, reuse and recycle.
So we need to look at ways that we use materials that are compostable, biodegradable, and that might mean reducing, that might mean alternatives, so plant-based alternatives or whatever we may have.
So our planet stays strong and healthy well into the future.
We only have one world, we need to protect it as much as we can.
It was the first thing here, basically.
We're a part of the environment, and if we destroy it, then we're pretty much destroying ourselves.
The government is set to triple the size of the Macquarie Island Marine Park. It's located about halfway between Tasmania and Antarctica, and it's home to about 100,000 seals and roughly 4 million penguins. Today, the Federal Environment Minister signed off on plans to expand the park from 162,000 square kilometres to 475,000 square kilometres, which means 93% of the park will now be completely closed to things like fishing and mining, so these animals are protected and have a safe place to breed. There's been a lot going on in the world of sport lately, so let's dive in.
First up, there's been soccer final after soccer final this weekend. Here in Australia, the Central Coast Mariners took home the A-League Men's Trophy after smashing Melbourne City 6-1. It's the second time the club has ever won a grand final, which was helped along by a hat-trick from Jason Cummings.
It's Jason Cummings! It's 3-1 Central Coast!
Over in the UK, Manchester City beat Manchester United 2-1 to take out the FA Cup final, putting them on track to take out the treble after winning the Premier League title last month and playing in the Champions League final on Saturday. Meanwhile, in the Women's Champions League, Barcelona came out on top after beating Wolfsburg 3-2. Now, over to the French Open, where Novak Djokovic has demolished Juan Pablo Varillas in straight sets. He's reached the men's quarterfinals for the 17th time, which means he's now snatched the record from Rafael Nadal. And finally, over to Boston in the US, where the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series has just got off to a start. Aussie Rhiannon Ifland took centre stage in the women's competition. She's now sitting in first place, with fellow Aussie Xanthia Panizzi coming in third. Meanwhile, Romania's Konstantin Popovic is sitting at the top of the men's ladder. Whew, that's pretty high up.
Today is a special day because it's our 55th birthday. So we've put together some fun facts all about BTN. Here's 55 years in 55 seconds. BTN first went on air on the 5th of June 1968, but we weren't called Behind the News. We were called Current Affairs. A year later, the show was renamed and BTN was born. Over the years, we've had a heap of different looks and presenters, from Peter Sumner to Richard Moorcroft, Tanya Nugent, Nathan Baisley, and of course, Amelia Mosley.
Hey, I'm Amelia Mosley and you're watching BTN.
We were the first ABC program to have a website way back in the mid-1990s. In 2003, BTN was cancelled due to funding cuts made at the time. But a lot of people protested to bring us back. And in 2005, that's exactly what happened. Cut to today, and we now have our daily news program, Newsbreak, which has been known by quite a few names over the years. And of course, BTN High, the same BTN you know and love, but just for high school students. BTN's now the third longest running TV show in the whole country, behind Four Corners and Play School. And we hope to have many more years of bringing you the news. Time. That was close. That's all we've got time for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.